There we go. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so Emma Watson. People are losing their stuff and trying to cancel her. All because she said she doesn't allow her political beliefs to cloud her judgment when it comes to people. What is wrong with that statement? That is a normal human statement to make. It means you have empathy. It means you have a heart. It means you have a soul. And if you don't agree with Emma Watson, then you don't have a soul. That's all I'm going to say about that. This whole thing about J.K. Rowling, because she stood up for what she believed, shame on all of you. Shame on you. Because she stood up for what she believed in. You stand up, how would you feel if somebody tried to shut you down or cancel you just because you start blabbing about your opinions? How would you feel if someone canceled you? Because guess what? That cancel culture can go both ways. That is the way it always goes. If people don't exactly agree with you about anything, you could say the sky is green. I'll look at you and say the sky is blue quite clearly. And you will go psychotic. You go from zero to snapped. Like there's no self-control. And then you have people who quite literally, the moment they hear you say they get all hyper and crazy, want to do crazy things and get physical and aggressive. Why? Why? Do you really think it matters? In the big scheme of things? Just like all this stuff that's going on around our country with the illegal immigrants. Do you really think at the end of the time, that at the end of the day, that anything you're doing is going to matter? It's not. It's still going to happen. People are still going to get deported. That's that. Learn to deal with it. Learn some self-control. Because people don't have that self-control. That's the problem. They really don't. It's like they're a bunch of toddlers who weren't taught to have self-control. And it's really heartbreaking to watch. Because it truly is. It's almost like you get brainwashed into believing all the crazy. And listen, I'm not saying you have to like Emma Watson. I'm not saying you have to like J.K. Rowling. I'm saying have some human freaking compassion. Stop trying to cancel people and ruin people's lives over the stupidest nonsense. Because I'll tell you what, there was a bunch of people, I remember seeing a bunch of people on TikTok crying the blues and having temper tantrums because they lost their jobs over what they said to Charlie Kirk. And they don't think it's fair that they should lose their jobs over what they said about Charlie Kirk. Well, I don't think Emma Watson would think it would be fair if she got canceled over what she said, over some words. Why is it acceptable for you to say, why am I being punished for my words? That's against my free speech. But it's not okay for J.K. Rowling or Emma Watson? Oh, why? Oh, because they didn't say something you agree with. Now, if Emma Watson had said something along the lines like, I think women should take Tylenol because Donald Trump isn't a doctor and doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm just saying that. Okay? That's just an example. It's not even something that's real, but it's just an example. You guys would go, yeah, she's right. Absolutely. And you would jump all over that bandwagon. If she said something you agreed with, you would be all over her posts, loving on her, showing her all kinds of love and appreciation. But because she said something you don't agree with, you're trying to cancel her. And these are the same people that came on bawling their eyes out that they lost their jobs and got canceled because of words they said about Charlie Kirk. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. Because it doesn't to me. When you do stuff to people because of words, whether it's canceling them or anything, you are showing that you are dehumanized, that you don't have empathy. Now, I don't care what you believe. I don't care what your ideologies are. It's not about that. It's not about left versus right. It's about wrong versus right, and right versus wrong, and evil versus good. Okay? That's what it's about, deep down. So let's just stop. Emma Watson made a statement that she doesn't let her political views cloud her judgment about people, because that's the normal thing to do. There were people that wouldn't even talk to their family members because of the election. That's not normal. That's touched. Those people need to touch grass. Because, I'm sorry, how about just don't talk politics with your family? You don't disown your family because of their political beliefs. It's ridiculous. It really is. My daughter, I don't agree with her politically. She has a lot of leftist ideology. Boy, I didn't want that for her. But either way, point is I still talk to her. She still talks to me. We just don't talk politics. Because she's my daughter and I love her. I don't agree with her on a lot of topics, but that doesn't mean that my love for her has changed, just like her love for me hasn't changed. Just because you don't agree with someone politically doesn't mean that person is bad or evil. It just means you don't agree. It's that simple. It doesn't make them, if somebody believes the ocean is blue, it doesn't make them, okay, let me get another example. That was a bad example. If someone says, I don't know, the borders should be closed and we shouldn't allow people who are undocumented just to stay in our country without any documentation. That's not fascism. Fascism, I can't say that word, fascist. That's law-abiding. If someone says they don't believe that women who are, 9 months pregnant should be able to have a medical procedure to get rid of that child, to no longer have that baby. I don't know how I can say it without making it sound bad. That doesn't mean that person is evil. It just means they have a different belief system than you. That's my point. We need to start bringing our beliefs together and work together for a common good. Because the rhetoric on both ends need to stop. Both sides are wrong. So let's get together and stop this nonsense.